Cops, what's the worst thing you've seen another officer do? One of my partners was driving around in a police car while off duty, using the car's sirens to speed. Luckily, he didn't see that I had spotted him. After he drove by, I decided to tail him from a distance. I was on duty at the time in a very safe neighborhood, and it was a boring day, so I had nothing better to do anyway. Eventually, I followed him into a movie theater parking lot, where I saw him get out of the car while chugging a can of beer. He finished it, crumpled the can up, and threw it onto the ground. About 2 hours later, he walked out of the theater. I was still there, waiting. On his way back to his car, he chugged another can of beer, tossed it onto the ground again, and went to get in his car to drive off. Unfortunately for him, I was right there. As soon as he revved his engine, I knocked on his window. His face lit up when he saw me. His breath reeked of alcohol as he enthusiastically asked how my shift was going. I told him to step out of the car. He looked confused and asked what I was doing. I proceeded to ask him what the hell he was doing, driving a cop car off duty, over the speed limit, and drunk. He apologized and said he just needed to de-stress and promised he'd be more careful next time. Then he tried to get back in the car. I stopped him. I told him he was under arrest and he flipped out. He started yelling that he was an officer and that he couldn't be arrested. I warned him to just comply, unless he wanted things to get a whole lot worse for him. He angrily grumbled something and turned around. I placed the cuffs on him and took him to jail. I also reported him, and he was fired very soon after. Shortly after that, he made a Facebook post about me, calling me a snake, and saying he couldn't believe that a comrade would stab him in the back.